My name is Allie McClain. I'd say about a few years ago, I was not where I needed to be. I was living in Nashville and going to school. Taylor and I were on and off. I always thought of myself, in and out of therapy. I was far from my parents, my home, and from my church and from God. I began feeling sorry for myself. I got depressed really bad, and I stayed that way. And I hurt others continuously because I was hurting so badly. I came home, and I still wasn't doing well. I was, still going to therapy. I buried myself in books because I thought that would, take my mind off of my world and put me in someone else's. I ran around with people I shouldn't have. I wasn't coming to church like I always did. I was still just feeling sorry for myself. All of a sudden, I was pregnant. And yes, I was terrified. Taylor was terrified to the point where he was no longer in the picture. I had plenty of excuses. I wasn't married. I was Christian, and I was pregnant before I got married, and I was very selfish. I was great at hurting people. I was just not mother material. He just called me and said, Allie, I've been thinking a lot, and I think God has not given up on you, and I think He's still touching you. I don't think He likes to see His child put more faith in a man than they are putting in him. And when I thought of that week after I told my parents, and Taylor still wasn't, he was not really around, I realized that right then and there, that's when I decided, you're saved and all, but you aren't acting like it, and you are not trusting Him. So when I finally decided to trust Him, I found peace in that. And for that whole week after that, I was happier a little bit, and I was looking up names, doing that normal stuff that expecting moms would do. I was looking up names and researching, like, oh, how big's my baby at like 2 weeks? And for once, I was not thinking of myself. And I think in a small amount of time, Taylor saw that in my life and the changes I was making, and I think he wanted a little bit of that too. When I prayed for God to change mine and Taylor's life, I didn't think that. I thought I was going to be punished. I didn't think I'd get a gift. I have a sweet little boy, and he's 2, and his name is Boone, and that means a blessing or a good thing, because I knew that even though in my circumstances it had to have been a good thing. Before all of Pleasant Grove found out that I was pregnant, I looked at my mom and I said, I really hope they just think I'm fat, because I'm not ready to tell anybody that I did something I shouldn't have when I was not married. And she just said, I'm nervous too, but these people love you. And I said, I know that, but I was still scared. So she took me, and she was telling a little bit of her friends, and I was like, no, I still want them to think I'm fat. So after word got out, people were coming up to me and just saying, oh, I didn't know you were pregnant. That's wonderful. Congratulations. I knew this child was going to change my life in a good way, but I didn't know how great of a way. But I believed that. And I had a lot of members of our church come to me and tell me that they believe that to also be true. And told me that, I can't wait to see what God does for you in your life, because this is just awesome. I really think that this is changing your life. Taylor became a member, and we just got married, and it was like everything just kind of fell into place that I had been praying for to fall into place. I'm just going to go ahead and read this because I want it to be right and mean something. No church is perfect, nor can you put all of your faith in one. But this church will accept you, your mistakes, and will extend the grace and love that many of us have experienced here. And Pleasant Grove will continue to support you in your growth. They will hear your honesty and let you know how proud of you they are. I'm still being told that. The members here speak so highly of me to my mom and dad. And not only does it touch me, but being a parent myself, I can only imagine how good it makes my parents feel.